so they can bombard shells onto the mineral line right here, and or you could do it on this side too. I like to use this tactic a lot. Just put tanks right here and bombard the expansion right there. So I'm expecting one of these players to come in and do that. And the only player with tanks is red at the moment. I don't see any tanks coming in for TLO. Yeah, I don't see any tanks yet. I'm not sure how well the Thor build goes against tank, but it doesn't look like red is committed to making tanks at the moment, because he switched to Marauders. Mainly because Marauders do counter Thors. But let's see what else. Let's see what they're building over here. Sorry guys, my tongue is hurting right now. Blah, 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 blah. Tanks coming in. And Ravens. Ravens are a good counter to Marauders. Red only has one tank. It doesn't look like he has much to really be able to defend himself with. Looks like he is committing to a Marauder only build. And one tank. Viking coming in. Oh, if I didn't explain earlier, Red, he is one of the top 200 players at the Innovator Phase 2, so he's actually a fairly good player on the US server side. See a little bit of scouting going on with this Viking. TLO has his tanks finally coming out, but he doesn't have siege. And he's going to do the typical Terran play where he tries to bombard the expansion from this line using the site of Viking. Okay, he's got his siege going down. Normally, if you want to protect your expansion over here, you got to put tanks where these Marauders are, really. Yeah, 2 tanks wasn't enough to take on all these Marauders. Big battle going on. TLO is expected to go down, mainly because Marauders do counter Thors. Marauders do counter Thors. So it looks like TLO could be in for a little bit of trouble. I don't see any defenses from TLO except for this Raven. Ravens do have the point defense missile, which can counter Marauders, but they don't do any damage to tanks. Red trying for the same thing, and it looks like it didn't work. TLO doesn't really have an army, so looks like he's in for a bit of trouble. Let's see what TLO is doing in his base. Oh, he's putting down 2 more factories because he just noticed he has a lot of minerals and a lot of resources. Ravens are a good play, but they still need an army to back them up. I know I said it before, but Ravens counter Marauders because the points defense drone makes the Marauder concussive shells pretty much do nothing. Looks like a drop's coming down. Let's see where it's headed. Looks like the drop is probably headed for the back of TLO's base. TLO did spot it with this Marauder, and it looks like TLO will be able to make it on time to catch this drop ship. And TLO is putting down a 3rd expansion, so he's actually doing pretty fast. Building pretty fast this game. Looks like the dropship made it out safely, but didn't do any damage. Let's see, where's everybody at? Looks like Red is up ahead of the game in the SCV count by 3. Let's check out everybody's income. TLO is still up in the income, but I don't see an army for TLO at the moment. Okay, here we go. Red trying for the same tactic TLO pulled off earlier, and let's see if it works. I don't think the Marauders will be able to do much damage, mainly because these point defense drones counter Marauders very effectively. How many guys? He's got 2 point defense drones going down and 3 medevacs. TLO has only 2 tanks left in the back. If these tanks go down, I don't believe TLO will be able to make it through this. It looks like it might be game over. TLO has so many resources, should have been spending earlier. Three Ravens with no army. Everybody with high APM at the moment. And more Marauders coming in. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed the replay and probably learned a thing or two. And I'm sorry about not talking so much, mainly because my tongue is hurt from the burn I did to it the other day eating hot noodles. So anyway, this was the replay I wanted to cast before I had to install the retail version. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Probably learned a thing or two from the high level replay. And this is HNN signing out.